right. Run for dry land where the sharks can't follow you. A good impression, I think. Well, very good. Yes, the other predator they face is a fellow marine mammal, the killer whale. Whenever these animals are in the water, they've got to watch out all the time for sharks and killer whales. They grab all the fish they need, and then they return back to dry land as quickly as they can. Us humans used to hunt them for their fur, but we don't do that now. They're now a protected species, and since we stopped hunting them many years ago, their numbers have slowly increased and now stabilised, so they're not classed as endangered or threatened. Now, people get confused between sea lions and seals. You know the difference, don't you, Marvin? Yes. You can tell a sea lion from a seal by looking at their ears. If you look on the side of Marvin's head, or any sea lion's head, they have tiny ear flaps just here. A few centimetres behind each eye, they've got these ears that stick out. Seals do have ears, but a seal's ear is just a small hole on the side of the head. If you can see ears that stick out like that, it's a sea lion, not a seal. Another difference, the flippers. As we've said, sea lions swim with the front flippers. Seals swim using the back end of the body instead, so their front flippers are smaller. If Marvin was a seal, his front flipper would be no bigger than my hand. As you can see, his front flipper's a lot bigger than my hand, so that's another way you can tell them apart. And seals have claws on their front flippers, claws which are mainly used for scratching. Sea lions, they've got no claws here. They walk in different ways too. I'll ask Merlin to come for a walk around the stage. If you watch him when he moves around, he moves on all four flippers. He can lift his body up off the ground and walk on the flippers. Now, a seal can't walk around like this. Sea lions can run, jump, climb up steps. Seals can't. Show us how a seal moves, Merlin. Do your seal impression. Yeah, they move like this, basically. They actually just wriggle along on the floor. They can't stand or walk on the flippers because they're simply too small to stand or walk on. And another thing, a seal can't clap. It's only sea lions that can do that. Good impression, once again. Sea lions are closely related to bears and otters, but their closest relatives are the seals and the walruses. Seals, sea lions and walruses make up the pinniped family. Now, let's try a bit of hoop catching next. We give the animals different toys to play with, just to stop them getting bored. You can easily train them to retrieve an item from the water. Sea lions are a bit like dogs. I'm sure some of you out there have trained your dog to retrieve a ball or a toy in the park and bring it back. All you do to train this activity is reward the animal once they've given you the item back. Give them a piece of fish, a pat on the back, or a round of applause. Once you've done that, yes, this training technique that we use is called positive reinforcement. If you reward them in some way, give them a positive response when they do something well, you're encouraging that behaviour. They're naturally good at catching. Sea lions have two eyes facing forward, just like you and me. This is known as binocular vision, and it allows them to judge distance and speed. If I throw the hoops in Merlin's general direction, he can judge how fast they're moving, where they're going to move to, he can stretch out the long neck, and hopefully catch all five. This is the difficult one. If he gets this, give him a clap, Marvin. He's got it first time. Good catch. Very good. Thank you, Merlin. Now, they're used to catching fish in their mouth, of course, so catching the hoop over the head is a little bit different, but the idea is still the same, judging how fast it's moving, where it's going to move to. When we flip the hoops, they're a lot more difficult to catch. When we do this, the sea lions have to adjust their head at the very last second, so the hoop goes over